Oh, no. Okay, so I'll give you kind of a synopsis of what AI is saying, and I'll try to do my best.
Okay.
He basically asked the question, is there, with a large budget like that, Hollywood press and, that exposure, is there any way that you could capitalize on that would benefit, like educational wise to the masses that are watching this film? Maybe instructing them on some of the things that, even through the movie and dialogue where it's maybe, oh, you have your stuff on a centralized exchange, that's not safe. You need to get it off chain, get it on a ledger, get it on a cold, like just educational throughout the film rather than just focused on all of the negative aspects that really have clouded or put that rain cloud over crypto and gives that bad stigma.
Okay,
Because
so
that accelerated with a movie like what you speak of.
yeah, so that was my intent when I created the storyline, is to put Bitcoin always in a good light. Now, I remember when that movie Crypto with Kurt Russell came out, and I still trying to find out how much their budget was, but we imagine about less than 10 million, anywhere from 5 to 10 million. And they did a disservice to the Bitcoin by bringing in the Russian mob and money laundering. So my movie's more exciting. Like I said, it's more of a treasure hunt and a manhunt. The world is curious to know who is Satoshi Nakamoto. And in my movie, it could be him, her, or they. We don't know. But when you see I was amazed when I read the screenplay. You're going to find out that Satoshi orchestrated the whole movie, so to speak. That it just played out the way he designed it for this to happen, and you're going to be left with an impression that he was at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the movie, and you just didn't know it until you see the whole movie, and you're just it's just mind boggling the story how it was written, but it is educational, and that's the main thing I wanted to do is how can I tell people about Bitcoin and trigger mass adoption, because that was the speak back then a couple of years ago, mass adoption, mainstream. That was another one. So I said, well, if I come up with a story and I get celebrities like Johnny Depp, Matt Damon, whoever, all these A-listers, people are going to come see the story anyways, and then they're going to learn something good about Bitcoin and all the history around it, the 21 million Bitcoin, why there's 21 million, what's it mean to see this 1 million Bitcoin that has never been moved, and all these other false, we'll say like false prophets, but false claimers to be Satoshi, and we know that they're not even Dr. Wright, or what's his name, Craig Wright, yeah, is he can't prove that he's Satoshi himself because no one has access to that million Bitcoin. No one's moved it. So I would say the real person has got the code, and my movie just talks about what if. So it talks about all these things about positive about Bitcoin, but then again, the source code could fall into the wrong hands, and then people, whoever the bad actors are, which are like Chinese triad groups or even the cutthroat billionaires of today, they want that wallet because that would make them the first trillionaires in the world if they have access to the Bitcoin code.
No
Uh,
doubt it's an incredible plot. No
yeah,
doubt.
yeah,
I think it's making sure that we can, because I think of this as a reference. So I watch Blacklister,
yeah,
that
yeah.
show on Netflix, and the only time Bitcoin's brought up is usually in a negative light, and I'm always pissed off but I'm excited that it's on this mainstream show, right?
Yeah.
But it'll be like, oh yeah, the hacker sent the money to his wallet in Bitcoin, and now it's like it's always broadcast that way. So in yours, I guess it would be nice to see it, using that huge of a platform to really push us in the right direction.
Well, yeah, it's gonna intrigue the public around the world about this 1 million Bitcoin that we can all see sitting there, and why isn't it moved? So we're gonna create that mystery, and there's already what do you call those sequels and a franchise already set up for this story just to go on and on and on. But people will know there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and that's the mining period is what 118 more years, but the lion's share of the Bitcoin is here now. So yeah, people are going to get all of that info and an opportunity not only for Bitcoin but all these other cryptos. But people are going to know the difference about my coins are wave-based tokens, so I'm not affected at all by this FTX fiasco that somebody kindly brought up. That we're not going to make it an issue, but it's an issue. Okay, so it's really going to be informative. What all the nuances are in blockchain. Somebody asked a question about what Web3 was. My take on it is Web 1 was the World Wide Web. So you did your information gathering from Web 1. Web 2 was the advent of the .com phase, online businesses that grew, and then the brick and mortar merging with online shopping like Amazon and eBay and all that stuff. But Web 3 is decentralized web. It's the blockchain at its finest. There is no central server in the internet. And guess what? There is no .com anymore on a Web 3 unstoppable domain. You just come up with your name, and you've minted a website right there for. And the beautiful part too, no shadow banning. It's been hard for the YouTubers to talk about Bitcoin and all these cryptos, because even Facebook, what, 3 years ago, was shadow banning a lot of YouTubers from talking about this stuff. But so we have Web 3, and there isn't any regulation there, so it's not centralized. No one can control it, and I'm talking about government entities, and it's Bitcoin, but I just need to boil it down to the basics, and not the Web 3. It's just the internet. Bitcoin is just money you could use to send through the internet like an email. So very simple.
I think AI has a follow-up question.
Yeah, am I waiting for some response or something?
I think we lost audio from everybody, but AI Scholar, do you have a follow-up question for Rich?
Well, Josh, if you could hear the question, just repeat it to me.
As long as you're going to do the nuances of crypto space, then he's good with you. So AI's got you.
Okay. One more thing that I do have to that I've overlooked. We're looking for sponsors in crypto space to get on board with this movie. If you want your product featured in this movie, then you need to contact us, because that's the next phase here of to tout a movie that was in part put together by actual cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency product, or Web 3 stuff. So all of that will be in the movie for the right sponsors that want to get in, and just have your name plastered in the stars there for years to come.
That that sounds dope. If you guys are looking to do a sponsorship with this movie, I mean, it sounds incredible. It sounds huge. Definitely check Rich's page out. Reach out to him. Message him. Let's go through all the pinned tweets and like and share, comment, love. Show some Web3 love. There's a lot of people up here that are taking the time to, talk to you guys and show you what they're doing. And the least we can do as friends of Web3 is go show some love. I see Xkilla trying to get back up on stage. Unfortunately, the stage was full, so